All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And also peace and safety to the Akim that spread across the four corners of the world, that's pushing out this truth with all diligence and also putting their lives on the line to do so. I am the brother Karatazai. I have Great Millstone, Atlanta. Here with the lesson, going into how Esau works through gradualism. All right. So like it. And as you can see on the screen here, I have from the Edom Online or etymology. And I have the word which is broken into two. It's a compound word. Gradual and ism. I'm through the spirit of the Lord. I'm going to put these the words together. And Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. So without further ado, I'm just going to go into the word gradual. And it says from the early 15th century, it says having steps or ridges. It says from medieval Latin gradualis, from Latin gradus, a step climb, or a step toward something. All right, and ultimately, what I'm referring to is the charagma, all right, or the MOTB, or the C hip, all right, which all goes into Revelation, the 13th chapter, and the 16th verse, all right, which us men, starting with the apostles and elders here at Great Millstone, we continue, to harp, on, this devil's plan and what it is, all right, and he uses gradualism in order to get to those steps, to the point, where he wants to get, which is his new world order, but ultimately we know the scriptures say that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is going to intervene. All right, like when you read Job, the 20th chapter, speaks about when he's about to fill his belly, and so on and so forth. But the point being is this devil, moves. You gotta remember that he's a serpent. All right, he's deceitful. All right, and a part of his deceit is working with gradualism, man. Steps. All right. It says a degree of something rising by stages. It says meaning arranged by degrees is from 1540s that have taken place by degrees is from 1690s. You see? So the point being, like I said before, Esau works in steps. All right. So for instance, like we always say, first, we were using, paper dollar and coins, for currency, and money. Then they upgraded it to, the Visa card, MasterCard, the debit cards, and then they inserted the C hip within the cards, or the chip within the cards to where, you insert it, at the register to pay. Now, a lot of things, can just be tapped by way of phone, by way of with your card, your bank cards, or even the whole food things, which Apostle Tahar touched on. You can swipe certain, like Whole Foods, you can swipe with your hand and pay. All right, that's a sign of gradualism, and ultimately, that last step is going to be the MOTB, man. Okay, the charagma. All right. So it says the word ism. It says word forming element making nouns implying a practice, system, or doctrine. You see, so this is a doctrine. The steps, that Esau is going towards gradualism is his doctrine, man. And that's how you know that he's wicked and he's evil. All right. So without further ado, I'm just going to grab a couple of scriptures, and I'm going to start in with Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that advise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. You see, so they practice evil, man. From the early morning when the sun rises until the time that it's, until it's time to go to bed again, man. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this word practice here. It says to do, fashion, accomplish, or make. It says to do, work, make, or produce. You see, so they work evil, man. All right. When they're at home and they're closed doors and their bunkers, like the Elon Musk, you had the Apple, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. These they really mad scientists, man. All right, and they practice evil, man. Okay, so I'm gonna reread this again in Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. You see, and I wanted to grab this scripture because it deals with gradualism, man. All right, so in order to practice, you're so like I had got to make a part two, but let me just pick up where I left off at. The point I was making was that in order to practice something, you're working towards steps to something, like dealing with sports. When you're practicing, you're working steps toward what? End game scenarios, man. All right. All the way up into the playoffs, into the championship. So this is what, Esau do. He practiced certain things like, with these, they call them like lab rats. They use these in order, and then ultimately, they start using it on humans, man. A good example of that was C-19. All right, and the whole JAB, they were used. It was used on animals first, and then the humans started taking it, and it had a negative effect, man. All right, so that's just a small example of gradualism on how Esau worked. So from here, I'm gonna go to I think it's Psalms. Yep, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 12. It said, "The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth." You see, so the wicked plot against the righteous, man. All right, it's a battle, and we know that the righteous or the just, ultimately gonna get the victory, man. All right, but that's why it shows you that this devil is working behind the scenes. So what does that mean for us, the righteous? We have to work as well. That's why brothers do lessons and camp, fellowshipping. This is combating. Praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All of this is combating the wickedness that's being pushed out in the earth by Esau, man. All right, because they plotting against us, man. All right, and they plot, through gradualism, man. Steps towards something, man. Steps toward their doctrine. All right. So I'm gonna reread this again in Psalms 37:12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. All right. So from there, and go to a classic scripture in 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. So it says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Now, we all have seen, Animal Planet or, National Geographic, and we see, how lions hunt. They don't just, when they see a herd of zebras or whatever come by them, they don't automatically just, go pounce on the nearest thing that's beside them. That's not smart. All right, referring that to how Esau does, man. He plots. All right, because it says a roaring lion, man. All right, so just linking the two together, Esau is acting as a lion hunting his prey. All right, who is the prey? The Israelites, man. All right, so you Jake, that's being simple minded. You gotta wake up and see the bigger picture, man. All right, Esau is praying and ready to pounce, man. All right, because we at the end of the times. All right, brothers here at camp, yesterday was speaking about, how, hey man, we ain't gonna be at camp too much longer, man. All right, we can see as things, are kicking off with prophecies and so on and so forth, that the Lord is about to take us, remove us off the streets. All right. So I'm going to reread this again. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. You see, it says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So I'm going to grab one last precept in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it says, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You see, so that short time goes to show you that, Esau's plan. He's ready, to make action on his plan, man. All right. He's ready for the way of how we live. He's ready for that to be changed. All going into his new world order, man. All right. So don't be ignorant. All the scriptures say that, not be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right. Understand what this man, this wicked man is doing. All right. And don't take the MOTB. All right, pray to the Lord not to take it, man. Okay? So, I just wanted to briefly touch on that. Lord willing, it was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out by giving all praises and infinite glory into Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Till the next time I say shalom.